Hello, today we're going to be learning about courseKart. So you might already have heard about courseKart from your students or from other instructors about how nice a tool it is to sort of interact with your students and help them in their learning needs. But let's get to how it is exactly useful for the instructors. Like what all is in it for the instructors if they get to using courseKart apart from just helping their students. So let's get right into it. So you can go to www.coursekart.com and click on instructor, or you can directly browse to coursekart.com/class, and once you're registered with us you can use the username and password that is provided to you to log in. So once you log in, this is the main page that you see, and this is the dashboard page as we call it at courseKart, and this page contains all of the links that you would ever want to use. Like, the purpose of the website is to help you do all of the stuff that you do normally through as less clicks as possible. So as an instructor, what is the main thing that you need to do? So it's of course managing your students and uploading content. So let's get to it. So as an instructor account, you're also provided with a branding page as we call it. So for example, in this particular case, in SGA Education Institute, we have provided a branding page called coursekart.com/SGA. So this is what the branding page looks like, and I'll get to it in just a second about why is it so important. So in the profile edit page, you can upload the logo, and then you see that logo reflected on the branding page too. And then you can have your name and your address, and the website is what we provide to you, or if you have a website, we can also link that to your branding page so your students don't lose any information. So this is the site address that we give you, coursekart.com/SGA, where we allow you to enter certain information about your institute, and also a video about what the institution is all about. So it's always nice to get a profile in so that you can easily manage your branding page. Like, this is what the content of the profile is, and this is the video that we just looked at. So it's very useful and it's very convenient to manage your branding page if you have it in such a neat format. And if you see here, you also have testimonials and the toppers of the institution, and you can add as many as you want. Like, you have a view all page here to add toppers, and similarly you also have a view all testimonials page where you can add as many testimonials as you want from your students. And as you can already imagine, it is very difficult to manage unless you have a courseKart account. So using courseKart, you can manage that directly using the class toppers, wherein you can upload a new topper if you want, or you can edit information of a current already uploaded topper very easily. And then similarly, you can also edit and manage your testimonials directly from this one link. So as you can see, the content of your branding page is extremely dynamic, and you can change it at any given point of time. So usually, even if you do have a web presence yourself, what we've noticed is it's very difficult to get it uploaded. For example, you have a website developer build your site, and then you have to manage it, but managing is very difficult because you're not given the tools to manage it. But at courseKart, we believe in giving you, empowering you with the tools to manage your own branding page, so that your information can be as current as possible, which is very important in today's world. Like, no one wants to see a website which is 3 to 4 years old. So moving on, let's get to managing the standards. So using the standards link, you can get to what standards are taught by the instructors. So here, as you can see, it's a very neat and clean formatted way for you to quickly see what subjects you're teaching, or like for this particular standard, how many videos have been uploaded, or how many notes have been uploaded, or test papers, or multiple choice questions, or even how many students are enrolled in that particular standard. So let's go to subjects for starters. So you can see in this particular case there are 5 subjects: statistics, economics, computers, business administration, and accounting. So the thing to note here is exam prep. So exam prep is supposed to be maybe previous year's exam papers or cheat sheet for this particular subject. So it is by the subject, not by the chapter. So let's see the chapters of maybe accounting. So you see that there's almost 10 on this page, and 2 here, 12 chapters added. And then if you have a new chapter to add, you can easily use the add new button to add the new chapter. You can enter the chapter name, the chapter number, and what the chapter contains. And then click submit, and you'll see a new chapter here as number 13. So let's say you want to maybe see if you've uploaded any notes to chapter 1. So you can go and view notes, and boom, you have like 4 notes uploaded here. So you can either edit them, like maybe you want to change the tags or the description, or you want to delete the notes completely, like these notes are obsolete now, you want to upload new, so you just delete them. And then we also have a very nice feature called deactivate. So what this means is sometimes you have, like instructors have the notes of all the chapters in advance, even before they teach the students, or even the videos in advance before they teach the students. So they can easily upload it at the same time, but then if they don't want their students to see or access that material, that content before it is taught in class, then you can use the deactivate button, and the students will not be able to see this because this is now deactivated. Then if you click it again, it becomes activated. So this was the notes section, and now instead of having to go back to the dashboard and then go back to standards and then select the standard you want and then accounting, you can directly click on accounting and see the videos. So it's a very similar format compared to notes in the sense so that it avoids any confusion, and the ease of use of website is guaranteed. Like you have the activate, deactivate buttons, you have the remove button, you have the edit button, or you can add a new video as well. So this was the chapters thing, and similarly you also have exam prep. So for example, in statistics I don't have a question paper to add yet, so I don't have any. But if I have an exam paper to add, or maybe I created a cheat sheet for my students that I think will absolutely benefit my students before their exams for revision, I can add this and I can upload any document I want, and then if I submit it, my students will be able to see it at once. So let's go back to the dashboard for a second. So what is the next most important thing that an institution will have to do? So it is, I think, managing students. So you click on students here, and then you see all the students that you have enrolled in your institution. So if you want to browse, you can go to next page, even next page. You can use the previous button, and then if you want to see the student from N, then you can directly click on N, and all the students who have N's in their name will be shown up. And then if you want to edit the information for a particular student, all you need to do is to click on the name, and then you can edit their information very easily. So the next important thing is grouping. So many institutions have certain batches. For example, of the same standard 12th, I have a batch from 5 to 7 p.m. and also a batch from 7 to 9 p.m. So I need to send communication to my students. But what I need to do is I don't want to select each of the student from 5 to 7 or 7 to 9 batch individually. What I want to do is to manage groups, is to make groups. So the way to do it is to go to manage groups, and here, for example, if you want to add more students or remove students from this group, you can easily do that. You click lock selected and all of the students will be added. And if you want to delete the group, you can delete it from here. If you want to create a new group, you can create it from here. Select the standard you want to create it from, and it's not compulsory to select the standard here. So it gives a lot of flexibility to the instructors. For example, if they want to group it by the timings of the class, or if they want to group it by the caliber of students. For example, he wants to group all of the supremely strong students in one group so that he knows he doesn't have to pay as much attention to them, but then he wants to take special care of the weaker students, so he can group all the weaker students to one section. So if he wants to announce, oh okay, so tomorrow I am taking an extra class, so please attend, then what he can do is he can create a group for the weak students, and he can go back to the dashboard, and then he can either broadcast an SMS like tomorrow is an extra class at 10 a.m. and then he can select either student or groups. So if he wants to send it to 12th group, then you can add 12th, and then you can see what he wants to select. So maybe he can select 12th group, but he wants to send it to the 12th group, and he also wants it to go to a student called Aditya. So he can do Aditya, and then it comes up, and then you can select, and then if he submits, then an SMS will be sent to all of these students, like all the students in the 12th pilot group and Mr. Aditya, about this topic. Similarly, there's also a message board. So message board is something that we felt sorely lacked today. So if there's a picnic tomorrow, or a submission has been postponed and you want to reach out to your students, what you do is you have this one-way broadcast mechanism wherein you can enter a new message to the message board. Then you can select it what group you want to send it to, and then that message will be displayed in the message board of that particular group. You can also edit existing messages. For example, oh, you by mistake, what you did was you entered Tuesday instead of Thursday, and you want to correct it, so you can directly go here and correct it, and then your students will have the right information all over again. So let's go to the upload content section. We already saw how we can upload notes and videos and quizzes using the standards, but this is a very long way. It needs so many clicks to actually get to adding a note. So we simplified it a little for you. We have this thing called upload content page. You can directly go here, and then there's a very clean and neat way of uploading your videos or notes. For example, I want to upload profit and loss. So I can add a description here. Then I can add tags. So tags is very important. It's supremely important to enter properly here, because this is the basis of our search, and this also lets the student know and also lets you know in the future of what you really want to do, like what topics does this particular video contain or this particular notes contain. So it's very useful as a remembering tool and as a searching tool. So I enter the tag as profit and loss, and then I can browse and submit my uploading document here. So, and then of course, if this document is for standard 12 or standard 11, you can automatically select here, and then as you can see, if you select 12, the subject is populated, and then if it is accounting video, you can select accounting, and then the chapter is already populated. So you think it's the chapter accounting ratios, you directly go to accounting ratios, and then this video will be entered in the accounting ratios chapter. So just to give you an example, you go to accounting and then this chapter called accounting ratios here. So that video you'll be able to access from here. So you can also chat with your students, and this is always nice to have, because in exam time you can tell your students, oh, no need to call me, I can just be available in chat. So if you have any questions, you can reach me 24/7 at any time of the day. And then there's this also thing called feedback, wherein you can send a feedback to us at admin@courseKart.com. So if you want any new feature, or if you want to edit the functionality of a feature, you can request that, and we promise to take care of whatever requests that you might have. So this was what all is built at this point of time, apart from managed quizzes. So let's take a look at managed quizzes now. So this is a very adaptive, and the technology is pretty sophisticated in multiple choice questions, in the sense that we ask instructors to upload 3 sets of difficulty levels, and then when the student is giving the test, the difficulty level of the questions is modified according to the caliber of the student. So if a student does very well in the easy tests, in the easy questions, he is automatically graduated to the medium difficulty level questions, and then if he answers those correctly, he graduates to the most difficult questions. And then if he does not get there, then he's automatically switched back to medium difficulty level or easy level, and then so on and so forth. So if you want to add a new quiz, you can do add new quiz here, and then you can select what standard it is for, what subject it is for, and then what all chapters are contained by the questions, and then you can manage your quizzes, like how many questions do you want. So it's all random here. So for example, in this particular case, I already have 25 questions from chapter 1, 34 from 2, and so on and so forth. So if I select that in this particular test I want a total of 45 questions from the chapters 10, 11, 13, 6 and 7, and then my students should be able to answer these questions in 60 minutes, then I can directly do this. Then I can give a title to the quiz. And then if I press submit, the students will be able to start giving the test right away. And then if you want to upload a quiz, the way to do that is going through upload questions. So we have a demo sheet of how we want our unit to be, how we want our sheet to be. So this is an example, like we want a chapter ID, the question, and then the 4 options, and then the right answer. And we also have a provision for help. So if a student has any difficulty accessing anything else, then he can see hint and help from here directly. So you can select the chapter, the subject, the standard, and what level of questions you're uploading, and then we take care of everything else. So for example, if you get a new student tomorrow, how do you add a new student to your institution so that he can access course Kart content? So the way to do that is to go through students and add student page. If you want to add an individual student, then you can do it from here. You can have the address and everything else, and then you can give him an email ID and a password to log in from, and then an email will be sent to that student to start using courseKart. But sometimes what happens is maybe you have almost a new batch to upload. Then how do you do that? So even for that we have a provision like we had for upload questions. We also have a page for a demo sheet for uploading multiple students at the same time. So this is the way to do it. We need an email ID as compulsion. So this will be the login information of the student, and then the first name, last name, college, address, and contact number is all optional. And then you directly go to update students and you browse to the sheet that you want to upload, and then once you click on submit, all of those students will be uploaded. Random passwords will be generated and they will be notified via an email about their latest courseKart account, and they can start and enjoy learning. So apart from this is the stuff that has already been built. So the way we think education is evolving now, it's very important to have an online brand for your institution. In today's information technology age, it's very important to connect with your students and even with your alumni so that you can maintain touch with them, you can spread your brand, you can have special offers and increase your acceptability and your visibility in the market out there so that you get more and more students available to you. So as an example, if you have a Facebook page and maybe your alumni of 2 years ago, you write something on your Facebook page and your alumni has liked your page, then whenever you write something, it automatically goes to your alumni's page as well. And then if an alumni's cousin or a friend is searching for educational institutes and the alumni thinks, oh wow, I had a great time there and they're doing some good work, so let me recommend this institution to my friend or to my cousin, and that way you can get more entries and more students online to your institution. Then we're also building an analytics tool for you. So for example, how do you keep track of areas like you have your institution open in multiple areas, like one in Jakarta, one in Ahmedabad, one in somewhere else. So you want to know where to spend your money in, like where do you want to advertise more, where do you want to maybe not advertise more, like where are your students performing better in English, where are your students performing worse in English, and all of that stuff. So courseKart is also building an analytics tool for you. So these are some of the graphs that will be available to you very easily through courseKart. So for example, you can see that number of students in this city is more in maybe city 202, which let us say is Delhi, and then number of students in this course is maximum in maybe Bangalore. So you can pretty much figure out your decisions based on numbers. You don't have to guess, like maybe you see, oh, students in Gujarat are weaker in English, so you can invest more in English in Gujarat while not invest as much in mathematics because students are very strong in mathematics in Gujarat. So this is something you will get through courseKart. So apart from branding page, your social tools, your connectivity, your visibility, everything will increase. And then what we also ensure is, because you have a branding page, if anyone searches for you on a search engine like maybe Google or Bing or Yahoo, then your name, like this address of yours, will be right in their faces. So this is another thing that we provide. It's very useful to have this because maybe I'm a student moving from Delhi to Gujarat and I need to continue my education there. So before moving there, I'm researching something and I find out, oh, there's this cool classes in Gujarat, so let me look it up. and then let me call them up, and then you can sort of have a new lead from there. So this is what courseKart has to offer. We hope you really enjoy it. Lots of institutions have already started to use this, and the students have also given extremely positive feedback about this. So if you want to get in touch with us, please drop us an email at admin@coursekart.com, and you can of course go to our page at www.coursekart.com and send an inquiry there and register with us here, or you can also go to facebook.com/coursekart to stay in touch with us and like contact us for special offers or whatever going on. So do give us your feedback. This is the first time anyone has tried anything like this in India, and we've received very positive feedback, but we'd love to know your thoughts on this and how we can improve this and how we can best serve you and your students so that the educational needs, the learning and the teaching needs are well fulfilled. Drop us a line at admin@coursekart.com for any issues that you might have, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.